So last video, I ranked all the pre-time skip arcs for One Piece, so go check that out if you haven't already. I think it went pretty well. I'm happy with the placements for now, but I might move them around at the end of the video. And today I'm going to be ranking all the post-time skip arcs from One Piece. There's a lot less than pre-time skip, but most are way longer, so this should be interesting. Let's get into it. Return to Sabado. Absolutely love this arc, even though it's short, I love this arc. It's so hype. Honestly, I was so excited for the time skip. And I was so excited for the Straw Hats to meet each other, just seeing their grown-up versions, or seeing their older versions, I should say, maybe not grown-up, but so excited for it, and it delivered on the hype. Even though the fake Straw Hats annoyed me so much, but it was worth the wait. And when they all see Luffy and he takes off his disguise, because it was such a great disguise anyway, but he takes off his disguise, he goes Gear 2, one-shots the Pacifista. It was so funny how as soon as Zoro and Sanji saw each other again after 2 years, they went back to arguing, just like always. And yeah, it was just so fun to see the time skip versions of the Straw Hats. And yeah, even though it was short, it was fun. And Sabondi and Return to Sabondi are the reasons why Sabondi is probably my favourite place in One Piece. It's just because both of the arcs are just so good. So I'm gonna put Return to Sabondi. I'm actually gonna put it up here. I was thinking of putting an A, but still, you have to be on Arlong Park and Alabasta level, so I don't think it's quite there. Fishman Island. We have two arcs coming up that have quite a bad rep, and while I conform to what most people think about Punk Hazard, I definitely don't about Fishman Island. I absolutely love Fishman Island, and honestly, I didn't even notice the bad pacing along the line, probably because I enjoyed it so much. But I think it was a mix of getting to see the post-time skip versions of our crew, and I really enjoyed the Otohime flashbacks, the Fisher Tiger flashbacks, and I just really liked the themes of this arc, so it was really fun. It got actually quite emotional at times, and I think it was a really fun arc, even if Hoddy Jones wasn't the best villain, probably a Wapole level to be honest. But I'm gonna put it. I don't want to just put everything in B, but yeah, I think there will definitely be some moving arounds at the end of this video. But yes, this might be controversial. I'm actually putting it here. Screw it, I'm putting it here. I love Fishman Island. The only downsides were apparently the pacing that I didn't really notice, and Hordy Jones and the weird axe throwy guy who was obsessed with Shirahoshi, but I can't remember his name. Punk Hazard. So Punk Hazard, probably my least favourite post-time skip arc, but I still enjoyed it quite a bit. Law probably carried a lot of this arc, to be honest. He was a warlord now after time skip. Well, for the little time that he was anyway. So cool. I actually think the body swaps was really fun, and it was so funny. Caesar I don't think he's the best villain. He's kind of fun to watch, and it introduced Kiemon and Momonosuke, so I think it was a decent arc. It was pretty good. Don't think it was on the level of the other time skip arcs, but it had a cool premise, like on the island where Akainu and Aokiji fought, making it half hot, half cold, and it was cool to see Smoke and Tashigi again after quite a long time. So I'm probably still gonna put it in C. Do I like it better than Thriller Bark? Though that is the question. I don't think so. I would actually say I enjoyed Punk Hazard more, but just because nothing happened in Thriller Bark, I'm going to put Thriller Bark above it. Dressrosa, okay. This is going to be controversial as well, as in the manga, okay. Dressrosa in the anime is the first time that the pacing actually really bothered me in One Piece. And yet, in Fishman Island, I didn't notice the pacing. In Punk Hazard, I noticed it, but it didn't bother me. And in Dressrosa, it bothered me. But still, Dressrosa manages to get in my top 5 One Piece arcs, even though the pacing made it worse for me. I said it in my Filler vs Pacing video, you should go watch that. But pacing doesn't bother me most of the time in anime, but especially if I'm really enjoying it. And I think that's why I didn't notice it in Fishman Island, and I didn't mind it in Punk Hazard, because I love One Piece. But it took the piss. It took the piss in Dressrosa, I'm not gonna lie. And because I was enjoying it so much in the first half of Dressrosa, it was fine. I love the Colosseum and stuff, but and Sabo coming back, but the fights with Buddy, Lao G, and the rest of the Don Quixote family, them fighting the people we met in the Colosseum, it took forever. you might be thinking, this is the first time you're actually kind of complaining about a One Piece arc, but you've put it in S tier. That doesn't make sense. I love Dressrosa. I think Dressrosa is one of the most fun arcs in One Piece, and it has one of the best flashbacks in One Piece as well, and probably the best villain. It's just Toei kind of dropped the ball. I'm not gonna lie, but just even though this is our anime tier list, let's say this is manga. So yeah, for the most part, except for the pacing, Dressrosa was amazing. It was so fun for the most part. The setting was really cool because I knew Sabo was coming back. I was so excited for him to come back, and when he finally came back, I was like, yes, let's go. And even though a lot of people call Sabo an Ace clone because he did eat Ace's fruit, I loved that he did eat the fruit. I love that he was the one to do it because it is a keepsake from Ace, and I just found it really sweet. We also met the absolute legend Bartolomeo Cavendish as well. So yeah, I thought the Colosseum was really fun. The stuff tying into Noland as well was really cool. And yeah, Lord Flamingo as a villain, just incredible. I love that we got lore backstory as well. Probably actually one of the darkest backstories. Corazon is a legend, and obviously Gear 4, finally getting to see Gear 4, so cool. There's just so many iconic moments in Dressrosa that it is one of my favourite arcs. And even though I would have liked to see Robin actually get a fight, it was cool how she protected Rebecca and stuff, but I really did want to see a fight from Robin. But yeah, that's why Dressrosa S tier. I don't think it comes above Water 7 for me, but it is probably, I would say, top 5 One Piece arcs for me. Just insanely fun, insanely hype, and just a really cool arc in general. So next we got Zoe. Zoe, might also be controversial. I don't know how Zoe's really perceived in the community, but I'm gonna put top of C. It was a nice wind down from the madness of Dressrosa. Got to see the crew again. Well, most of the crew except Sanji, but we did get to see what happened to Sanji, which was really cool. Really cool twist how Sanji's family is still out there and they're the Vinsmokes. But yeah, other than that, I was about to say, other than that, nothing much else happened. But then it was revealed that it's crazy to think now that we actually thought that Momonosuke was Kiamon's son, but it was revealed that he wasn't, and that Raizo was actually Inzo, and the minks are absolute real ones, because Jack came there and he was cutting off their limbs and stuff. They were killing them, and they were like, nah, Raizo's not here, we don't even know who that man is. But yeah, that was a really cool revelation, and we got to see Red Poneglyph. So yeah, after that I kind of want to put in B actually. Well, we're putting B actually. I can't put Zoe in C. I'd actually probably put it around here. Actually no, we'll put it here. Whole Cake Island. Oh, I want to put this arc in S so bad, but I think I'm going to put it here. I loved Whole Cake Island so much because throughout the series, pretty much since Sanji first got introduced, he had been my number 2 after Luffy. So getting to see an arc that was focused around him, getting more Sanji backstory was amazing. And as you can see from my favourite One Piece arc, I do have a soft spot for like rescuing friends and stuff, and it gave me Enies Lobby vibes with the crew going to save Robin, but this time it's Sanji. And when Luffy saw Sanji again for the first time, and Sanji was in the cart, and then Sanji was just beating up Luffy, and Luffy was like, I'm just gonna wait here until you come back. I can't become the Pirate King without you. Man, it was the first like really emotional One Piece scene in like quite a while. Probably the most emotional One Piece scene like post time skip. If Dressrosa is fun and hype, then Whole Cake is just emotional. And that's why I always flip flop whether I like Whole Cake or Dressrosa more. I'm gonna put Dressrosa higher for now, but just the whole stuff with Sanji trying to save the crew by just leaving them. But of course, Luffy's never gonna turn his back on any crew member. So, and yeah, the setting was really cool. Finally got to see Big Mom after Luffy called her out in Fishman Island. And obviously we got one of the best fights in the series with Luffy versus Katakuri, which was just incredible. Snake Man is just so cool. Also, that pudding twist. At the start I was like, I don't want Sanji to get married, but at least she's a nice person. And then she's like, psych. And Sanji's just out in the rain outside the window like, damn, she really played me. And the whole Luffy and the crew crashing the wedding was just really funny, and it was so cool. Jinbei rejecting Big Mom, that was so good. And obviously, I don't know, I can't remember if I've mentioned this, but the Sanji flashbacks were just amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to put Whole Cake S tier, but I probably like Alabasta more than Whole Cake. but I don't think I should put Alabaster S tier, so we're just going to keep it like that for now, and move on to Reverie. The Reverie, where do I put Reverie? So, with post-time skip, I really love the big, like, massive arcs, but it is really nice when a smaller arc comes around, and Reverie was just so cool. We got to see so many people from the past, like, every time a big arc happens, and then we get to see everyone's reactions to, like, the new bounties and stuff from around the world. Like, we get to see Vivi, we get to see Sabo, get to see Rebecca, Kobe, and it's just so cool to see them all in one place. We got to meet the other, are they the captains of the Revolutionary Dragons? Oh yeah, and when they were at Maryjoy, a celestial dragon was trying to, like, get Shirahoshi, and then some other celestial dragon comes and I think he, like, I can't remember what it was with, but he, like, hits him over the head with a club, and then it's revealed that that celestial dragon is the one that Otohime saved in the Fishman Island flashback. And I don't know why, but for some reason that just blew my mind. Like, that just blew my mind, because, like, even Otohime proved me wrong, because that celestial dragon back in the Fishman Island flashbacks was like being a right dickhead, and the other fishermen were about to shoot him, and Otohime was like, no, don't shoot him, and I was like, no, shoot him. But because Otohime spared his life, he saved Otohime's daughter life years in the future, and just shows that Otohime's ideals are still actually paying off to this day, and it pays to be a good person. So yeah, that was really satisfying. And yeah, even though it was really short, I love Reverie, and I just absolutely love when we get to see old characters like Vivi, Sabo and stuff. So I'm going to put it in B. I think I'm going to put here. And somehow already we're at the final arc. Wano. So at the time I'm recording this, the most recent episode is Odin's death, actually. So that's actually a good time to rank Wano. So if we're talking about the anime, that animation and art style upgrade was just so nice. Honestly, it was so fitting for the start of Wano. It just made Wano feel like a bigger deal, and it paid off so well. So just visually, Wano looks incredible. It's absolutely gorgeous. So from that alone, it gets some extra points. And I guess this goes in with the art style as well, but the aesthetic of Wano and the concept just so cool. I love samurai. I love traditional Japan. Just so cool. And like pretty much for the whole of One Piece, and especially since we met Zoro, I was just waiting to come to a place like this, full of samurai, and to finally get to Wano. Just so cool. And then seeing the straw hats that weren't in Whole Cake, and their new outfits and stuff. Robin Geisha is everything. Usopp with his little fake moustache. And yeah, Wano it was really fun actually. But in terms of what happens within the arc, it's just as good. So Luffy washes up at Wano and meets Tama. And then I was not expecting to hear about Ace again, but Ace actually came to Wano, and that just blew my mind as well. Getting to see Ace again brought back so many memories, and the fact that Luffy had to tell Tama that he died was genuinely heartbreaking, especially because she didn't know that he was Luffy's brother. It was also really nice to meet the rest of the Akazaya 9. Kiku is my favourite, she's so cool. Oh yeah, and quite close to the start of the arc, Luffy and Kaido fought, and I was not expecting them to fight so early. But as expected, Luffy kind of got destroyed, but I think that fight really allowed everyone to realise how ridiculously strong Kaido actually is, and how Luffy needed to get stronger. Obviously, Zoro was amazing this arc, everything from him being framed as the Slasher to his insane fight against Killer. The stuff with the smiles, how Yasui's last act was to deceive Orochi, Luffy training with Hyogoro in the prison, getting to see Kid again, Big Mom washing up in Wano. Everything was just so good, and that's what I love about Wano. There's so many different threads and things going on everywhere. Everyone is trying to do their part to make sure that Uprising goes ahead and keep it a secret. And then we've got the Odin flashback, which I think most people can agree is one of the best flashbacks in the series, and that's really saying something. Not only did we just get to see the legend himself Odin, but we also get to see Roger, a young Whitebeard, got to meet Toki, and obviously the Roger laugh scene, which was so amazing. And then Odin's inevitable death, which was just legendary. Like, Odin is so sick. Odin's flashback didn't just get us invested in the history and the struggle of the land of Wano, but it also gave us another reason to pray for Kaido's downfall, to avenge the great man, Kozuki Odin. And I can't talk about anything past that, because as I said at the time of recording this, Odin just died in the anime, but with the stuff happening in the manga at the moment, Wano easily has the potential to be in my top 3 favourite arcs. in the whole of One Piece. Depending on how it ends, it could easily be up there with the greats. So yeah, Wano is just amazing. I have to put it in this. I'm going to put it at the bottom of this for now, just because it isn't finished yet, but I can easily see it being at the top of S by the end of the arc, and probably in favourites, to be honest. And that's the list. Let me see, is there anything I should change around? And I should have probably said this earlier, but this list is just based on, well, obviously it's just based on One Piece arcs, but a B in One Piece arcs is like an A in normal anime arcs anyway, so I love all of these arcs, but obviously I can't just put them all in like A and S tier. If I could, I would, but let's see, I'll go through each tier. So I like Orange Town, but one has to be in D, so we're putting Orange Town there. Let's see with C. I'm actually going to switch these two around. Log Town's kind of iconic, so I think I'd put actually above Little Garden. And I kind of want to put Thriller Bark and Punk Hazard in B tier, but I don't want there to be so many arcs in B. So I'm afraid these two are going to have to take ones for the team and stay in C. As for B tier, I've done some thinking and I think I'm going to put Reverie and Impel Down a bit higher. I'm just looking at these now and Reverie and Impel Down has to be higher than Post Enemies Lobby, Drum Island, Jaya. So I'm going to put Reverie. I'm going to put Reverie here. I'm going to put Impel Down just behind it here. And although I love seeing young Luffy, young Ace and young Sabo in post-war, I think I'm going to put Zoe above it because of that legendary reveal with the Minx and Raizo. So I think I'm happy with B. Up to A, I'm happy with that. All legendary arcs. All of these could be pushed up to S tier, but I'm going to keep them in A. And as for S tier, Water 7, just amazing. I love Dressrosa, and Wano isn't finished yet, but has potential to be even higher. And these are my 3 favourite One Piece arcs of all time. I love these arcs so much. Enies Lobby has my favourite singular anime moment of all time. Marineford is just so iconic, and it's probably the best arc in One Piece. And Sabondi is just so fun, but also so heartbreaking and just has so many different emotions. To be fair, all these 3 arcs have so many different emotions. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So yeah, that's the end of the video. My brain is completely fried after talking about One Piece for so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. This was all off the top of my head, so it might have felt a bit unstructured, but let me know what you guys think of the tier list. Do you agree with me or do you think my taste is terrible? Let me know. I genuinely love this series so much and always have fun talking about it, so if you guys want any more One Piece videos, let me know. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.